Evening, people. Evening. Welcome back to the channel. Apologies for last night. If you tuned in for the Lamborghinis, it would not let me stream. No matter what I did, I reset my console 3 times. It wasn't having it. So I've got to catch up with the Lamborghinis probably Friday, more than likely Saturday, I'll say. But yes, I will catch up with the Lamborghinis before next round on Tuesday. But tonight, we've got round 3 of the MRC Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League. You're live with me, darksmoka, with the Pro League. Tonight, a little bit of a change. The Pro-Am League is being run by, is it JRG Pete? Is it JRG Pete? Let me just figure that out again. Where do I find that? JR Pete G, of course it is. JR Pete G. So he's streaming the Pro-Ams. I got the letters right, just in the wrong order. So he's live now, I've just checked. So if you fancy going to watch the Pro-Ams, go and check him out. That's JR Pete G. Evening Surfer, evening Obi-Wan. How are you all doing? Let me take that great big blob off the screen for you lot. Bleh. So we are live from Spa tonight. We were meant to be live from Spa last night in the wet as well, but it didn't work out. The race happened and I actually managed to sit and watch the race, but I couldn't stream for some reason. Morgan, evening, how are you doing? So it's an enduro for you lot tonight. That's a full 50-minute race, 15 minutes of qualifying at Spa, a 5-minute break, just to give the drivers a bit of a break before the 50-minute up. They have to use all 3 types of tyre. They can only use them once, so obviously they start on a set and they've got to change to the other 2 sets, and they can only use those 3 sets of tyres, so it does make it a bit of a challenge. Fuel is on, what they got that set at, times 3. I forget what. Let's go and have a quick look while they're on their out laps. Tyre wear times 5, okay. So damage on heavy as well. Is there a pit window? There probably is. Let me dig that up. It's going to be a million miles away. A million miles away. That's why I need my damn PC back. Right, I'll catch up with that. But yes, damage on heavy. So any damage picked up, it does mean a trip to the pits for them. Let's get ourselves on track. They're just coming through now to finish their hot lap, their out laps. Burn Fry, evening, how are you doing? Good to see you back in the room. Ultimate Pot rocking all the sponsored liveries. So big shout out to Michael and Stuart at Team Oliver Racing and Martin at Oliver Transport for giving this league a bit of backing. Do appreciate it. I think the boys appreciate it as well. Just gives a bit of clout to the league. So Jambu out front at the minute. These are the first of the hot laps, so they won't get many. Out laps being 2:20 in these GR3s. Here it is. Let's have a look. Okay, no mandatory pit window for tonight. Okay, so it's the second race of the sprint and feature race that has the pit window. Jambu going well in the Lexus at the minute. Let's pull those points back up for you lot. So, after round 2 last week, Nürburgring GP, TNR Philo leading the way with 76 points. Fat Pickles Bro, good result for him. Last week he's 72 points he's sitting on at the minute, so right behind TNR Philo. Super Fast Bobby, he's sitting in 3rd. He's on 56 points. 1 point behind him on 55 is Dangly Ball. Let's have a quick flick through. That's enough of you. You were just coming across the line. We will stick with you actually, Jambu. 2:15.5 then for Jambu. Let's see, next man across the line. Diablo sticks in a 2:16. Circuit Ev going quicker then, 2:14.9. Getting to grips with these GR3s. Ben Cosgrove also going a bit quick there as well, 2:15.5 for him. He chucked himself into second. Where were we points wise? So Potter McPot in fifth. He's on 54 points, so only a point behind Dangly Ball. GT Delhi B in sixth. He's on 47 points. JRC Racing in seventh on 36 points. Jambu in eighth. He's also on 36 points actually. Surf Ev in ninth. He's on 34 points. Diablo in 10th on 29 points. Move down to 11th. CRT Millerman is on 25 points. G-Mod 21 in 12th. He's on 21 points. Perzel 13th on 14 points. James Harben 14th with 12 points and one vacancy, unfortunately. Not sure if that's been filled now. Ben Cosgrove, yes, I think it's probably you, isn't it? Being as I've just not read your name out. That's enough of looking at you as well. Let's have a quick run through the order now. They've all been across the line then. Surfer Ev holding pole position with that 2:14.9. Ben Cosgrove at second, 2:15.5. Jambu third now, 2:15.5. So only just behind Ben Cosgrove. Potter, quarter of a second back in fourth, 2:15.7. Diablo fifth, 2:16.3. MRC Dangly Ball, a bit of a penalty, he's got to drop, 2:16.6 on the board for him. Seventh place Perzel, 2:16.7. CRT Millerman in 8th, 2:17.2 for Miller. Tabron, you're a new driver as well, aren't you? 2:17.8 on the clock for you. GT Delhi B in 10th, 2:17.9 in the Subaru. Super fast Bobby in the Renault, 2:21.5, his fastest at the minute. To pick up the pace a little bit. Fat Pickles Bro, 2:34. No, it's not. It's 2:22 on his outlap. That was his quickest. And then sticks in a 2:09. Must have got a corner somewhere. G-Marge then sitting on a 2:11.9, but doesn't pop up as his fastest. 2:15.8 then. So yeah, he must have cut a corner somewhere as well. CRT Burnt Fry. That G-Mar's just chucking himself into fifth with that time. So Burnt Fry 6th, 2:15.9. Diablo 7th, Dangly Ball 8th, Perzel 9th, Millerman 10th. Tabron we were just looking at, he just chucks himself into second with a 2:15.3. Really not helping me go through these drivers. GT Delhi B was on 2:17.9. Super fast Bobby now down in 13th. Bro 14th. TNR Philo now at the back of the pack. But we know he's sneaky old Philo, isn't he? Comes in right at the end. Puts in a stormer. You'll see. Now look, yeah, he's gone 13th. Alright, yeah, he's just he's having you lot on. That's what he's doing. He's toying with you. Renault looking quite stable this season. So Surfer Ebb still holding on to that top spot. Still Jambu the first man out on track. Let's see what he's got this time. Oh, he's into the pits. Okay. Next, I believe it was Diablo, but he might not be on the same race order now. Cosgrove burning some fuel off then, trying to lighten the load on that car. No reason reasonably worn set of softs as well, so he might come in for a quick set of tyres after burning that fuel off. So Fat Pickles Bro going quicker, chucks himself onto pole provisionally, 2:14.4 for him, half a second quicker than Surfer Ev. A shout out to the new subscriber, number 483. Let's see if I can find out. Nope, it's not going to tell me. Your account must be private. So, Cosgrove just coming back out of the pits. Yeah, not taking on board fuel, but fresh set of racing softs for him. Jambu holding on to fourth with that 2:15.5 on lap 2. It does always seem to be a lap 2 that's the quickest for some reason. Pot also lap 2, 2:15.7. He's got a 2:11 on the board there, but that's obviously getting a corner or two wrong somewhere. G-March still in that 6th position. Changing now at the minute. What have we got? 4 minutes left of quali. Still in 13th, but we'll start seeing noise on an outlap, so might be purple sectors this time. Still all the way down in 14th. Tambron left the room and come back. Needs to get himself back out on track. He was second on the grid. Needs to think about getting himself back out on track and past at least the first timing mark, otherwise he's going to lose that position. Unless lobby host Potter McPot sets it by hand. That was TNR Philo, he was 13th. Let's just go and see what he's up to. He's not 13th, Philo's now 14th, still on that outlap, okay. I'll just keep my eye on him when he crosses the line. Start looking at his sector times. You'll see, he's sitting there quite happily in 14th at the minute. No pressure from drivers in front or behind. So coming up to these last few turns then, it will take him a little while to get to the first timing mark, so we might not stick with him for the whole of that. They are quicker on their outlaps than 2:09.8, so that's why they're not counting. Let's go and have a quick flick through then. So Fat Pickles Bro still on 2:14.4, holding pole. Surfer Ev not able to close the gap. Second, Ben Cosgrove third still. Again, lap 2. Potter McPot's gone quicker though. 2:15.5. Puts himself within touching distance of Ben Cosgrove's time. Only just scraped past Jambu. Jambu just coming up to the line. He puts in 2:15.1, so he actually gets that position back off Potter and moves up a position, takes a position off Ben Cosgrove as well, third on the grid now. 2:15.1 for Jambu. Potter in 5th, Diablo in 6th, he's just gone quicker, 2:15.6 in the Mercedes. Yes, he is actually Australian, he does actually get up at the crack of dawn to race with us. What a maniac. say 6th. He's just been pushed down to 8th, 9th. So, just have a quick flick through again. Pat Pickles dangling ball going quicker in the BMW, 2:14.7. Burnt Fry as well going quicker in the BMW, 2:14.8 for him. So Ben Cosgrove now 4th, Surfer 5th, Jambu 6th, G Marge 7th, GT Delhi B going quicker as well, 2:15.5. G Marge put in a quicker time, yeah, 2:15.4 for G Marge. Delhi B on that 2:15.5. Potter McPot then pushed down to 9th now, 2:15.5 for him. CRT Millerman, 2:15.5 on the clock for him. Diablo pushed all the way down to 11th, 2:15.6. My goodness, Diablo, he's been pushed down another position. So Person 13th. Philo's gone quicker, he must have, so he must be up there. Superfast Bobby 14th still. He might be. We are over that 15-minute time now. So where's Philo chucked himself? He's got himself up into 8th. Is he on a fast lap? I bet he is. Oh no, he's not. So Fat Pickles Bro holds that top spot, 2:14.4. He'll be impressed with that. He'll be hoping for a good result tonight, like last week. Dukes, evening mate, how you doing, brother? Oh, damn, they're loud coming out the pits. You decided on a wheel and pedal setup yet, Duco? Have you? Right, that's about it then. Fat Pickles Bro taking pole, Dangly Ball's 2nd, he'll be happy with that result as well. As will Burnt Fry stepping in from out of nowhere. 3rd position. Ben Cosgrove 4th, Surfer Ev 5th, G Marge 6th, Potter McPotts. Why did that go to GT Delhi B? Did say Potter McPotts 6th there. Oh, he's now 7th. G Marge 6th. TNR Philo actually going a little bit quicker. What is going on? It's chaos. Potter now 8th, 7th. No. It's chaos. It's Purcell 9th. Still saying Potter in 7th. Bob 10th. Jambu 11th. GT Delhi B 12th. Sabron 11th. We're still missing 2 drivers. Maybe Dukes. Maybe. But we are actually looking more towards the God damn it, towards the Spa 24-hour GT3 race. As Fat Pickles Bro smokes out his rears. Burnt Fry being sensible. G Marge giving us a burnout. CRT Millerman trying to smoke his tyres out as well. Just parks it cleanly next to Burnt Fry. So everyone getting a little bit antsy then while we wait for this race to start. It does happen. Nosebleed territory. Look there, Surfer Ev. Can you hack it? You've got this, my friend. You've got this. I told you got it the other week and you took it, didn't you? Hey? It's only every now and then the commentator's curse comes out. Fresh set of boots on for him. It's gone for a set of hards. So as mentioned, they do have to use 3 different compounds of tyre throughout this race. they are only allowed to use the 3 sets as well, so it has to be a set of hards, softs and mediums. Yeah, it's a shame, JRC. It's a shame. Stick around. You know Spa's going to be interested. So we have got a little bit of a break just before we start the race. As I say, give the guys a bit of a break between quali and a 50-minute race. Is everyone being sensible now? Looks that way. There might be a little bit of punting going on. Let's have a look. Is Burnt Fry going to live up to his name? What's he going to do? He's got a little bit of front end damage. Giving us a wiggle. Get yourself back in, JRC, I'm sure there will be. So yeah, it looks like Potter might have to set the grid by hand. If people keep doing laps, possibly putting in faster times. Not CRT Millerman anymore. Potter's left the lobby, but he can come back in and set the grid by hand. Don't you worry, Dukes. Not physically by hand, but, you know, manually. Still having a quick practice, and why not? It's not as if he can go. Well, he can go quicker, but he can't move up the order anymore. Now Burnt Fry's giving us some donuts. See if he can clear out a set of tyres. He's got front and rear damage now as well. And there they go. Diablo going backwards. Yes. CRT Millerman still trying to take out a set of tyres as well. A better job on the grass, on the tarmac. Dangly balls want to race. If you can keep that thing in a straight line, CRT Millerman, let's have a look. There. He's going to have to take it gentle with those rears. There's Dangly Ball coming after you now. Oh no, Dangly Ball's not. Dangly Ball's practicing his starts. It was. Actually a tiny bit late. The race meant to start at 8:50. Respectful parking. Fry. He's doing what they do in Tokyo Drift there. He's trying to show off to Bob, so Bob opens his window and passes him his phone number. So they go on a nice date. Bob and Burnt Fry sitting in a tree. Rightio, getting the start in, getting thrown up from Potter McPot. A few more seconds, we'll be into this race. Fat Picklesbro on the start. Philo all the way down in 8th. Let's see how he gets on. So my predictions not coming right this week of sneaky Philo chucking one in at the end. Here we go then. Full complement of 15 drivers. Good to see. So here we go. Ready for this 50-minute enduro. You are watching the Pro Lobby with me, darksmoka. Pro Am Lobby being run by JRPG on YouTube tonight. So let's wait for them to get underway. See if Fat Picklesbro can hold that pole position into La Source. And they're away. Drivers squirming, looking for room. Everyone getting away well. A little bit of door banging. Fat Picklesbro just has Surfer Ev sling himself up the inside. Dangly Balls gets pushed out a little bit wide. Loses a few positions, now down in 8th, I believe. He's lowering that line, lost another position. So, on the hill. Surfer Ev gets himself up into the top spot then. Got a good drive out of the source. Fat Picklesbro coming back at him. Don't drive himself off track. Burnt Fry in 3rd has picked himself up a bit of a penalty already. Right on the tail of Surfer Ev though. Can Surfer Ev hold that one? Fat Picklesbro has just got the advantage. So comes through to retake the race lead. Surfer Ev 2nd. Potter McPot slotted himself all the way up into 3rd. He's had a great start. He's having to go a little bit defensive from Burnt Fry at the minute. GT Deli B having a good start as well. He's up into 5th. Tabron as well, 6th. Jambu 7th. Superfast Bobby getting away well, 8th. Marge in 9th. Dangly Balls 10th. A little wide at La Source. Cost him a few positions right off the grid. Ben Cosgrove in 11th. Diablo 12th. Herzen 13th. TNR Philo losing positions all the way down in 14th. And CRT Millerman on his tail in 15th. So Fat Pickles retains the race lead. 0.3 of a second. Top 4 starting to pull a little bit of a gap from Tabron in 5th. Tabron's actually pulling a little bit of gap from Deli B and Jambu. So Fat Pickles continues to lead. Almost half a second over Surfer. Potter McPot still hanging on to 3rd. Definitely going defensive from Burnt Fry's attacks. Close racing here though. Tabron looking to break the toe from the 2 drivers behind. He's got GT Deli B and Jambu. He's trying to sling one up the inside. Is Jambu? He does so. Gets himself up into 6th. GT Deli B now 7th. A long race though. GT Deli B on the medium tyre. Super fast Bobby in 8th. Then a bit of breathing room behind. Ben Cosgrove 1.2 seconds back. He's under pressure from Dangly Ball in 10th. Purzel going far too deep into La Source. Philo, Dangly Ball, Diablo and CRT Millerman all get through there. Purzel now down in 14th. G-Marge now 15th. Also on the medium tyre for G-Marge. Maybe a little bit of a mistake somewhere. He's 3 seconds off the back of the pack at the minute. So Potter has slung himself in into top spot. He's got himself past Surfer Ev and Fat Pickles Bro. That's the move. Probably gone for a slinging shot down the Kemmel Straight. Into top spot on those medium tyres as well. Similar strategy to last week for Potter out on the mediums from the start. Terrence 322, evening mate, go Ben, go Ben. Where is he? He's in 8th at the minute. We're only 3.5 minutes into this one. Potter Pot starting to pull a bit of a lead from Fat Pickles Bro, 0.7 of a second. Fat Pickles on those hard tyres, so not doing a bad job on those at the minute. But Potter Pot just slowly pulling out a bit of a lead. Surfer Ev on the medium tyre, right on Fat Pickles Bro's tail. Burnt Fry still in that mix to bronze, closed up again. He's dragged NGR Jambu with him. GT Delhi B's managed to slowly close up on this pack as well. So anyway, Tabron can go. Surfer Ev going a little bit wide there. Tabron having a go at him. Burnt Fry going and having a go at him. 3 wide. Holds on to the third though, but only just. Burnt Fry looking for anyway past. Ron actually he's side by side with Burnt Fry as they head back onto this start finish straight. Getting himself in front actually, up into 4th. Right, let's have a quick look up front. Potter Pot has pulled a 2nd over Surfer Ev. Just close that gap down a little bit. Pulls it back, now 1.2 seconds. So Surfer Ev 2nd. He's got half a second over Fat Pickles Bro, who's having to go defensive from Tabron. Tabron on a hard tyre as well, actually. Oh, sorry, wrong right. It was on the soft. Apologies. I think it's time for some onboardness. So you can see the gap. Potter McPot's just got up in front. Surfer Eb getting himself back into 2nd. Fat Pickles Bro now having to go defensive from Tabron. He's got his nose down the inside. He might be able to make this work. Just struggling there, Fat Pickles Bro to hang on to the grip. Tabron then moves through, takes 3rd. Fat Pickles Bro moving down the order slowly. Still doing well, holding 4th on those hards. Burnt Fry 5th. So moved down a couple of positions as well. Burnt Fry, Jambu all over the rear of him, as well as GT Delhi B. Cosgrove just in the background of this fight as well. So the top 8 all pretty close together. Still, I'd say pretty close. There's 4.8 seconds between them. You can see it's kicking off in front. Let's get ourselves on board with a bit of GT Delhi B. So he looks to hunt down that pack in front. Jambu looking to make a move on Burnt Fry. Fat Pickles Bro, he's having to go massively defensive against these drivers behind him. GT Delhi B closes up into the final chicane. Nice line through there, closes right back up on the rear. Oh, he's lost the tail end of it. That's put him in the wall. He's lost a position. He needs to get himself back up to speed as well. That's he's lost that position to Ben Cosgrove. So only actually losing a position. Still a long way to go in this race. 42.5 minutes left. So a quick run through. Potter McPot now 2.1 seconds up the road on the mediums. Surfer Ev 2nd. He's now 1.8 seconds ahead of Fat Pickles Bros, coming under pressure from Burnt Fry. Still doing well to hold that position. He's actually got himself back up into 3rd. What's happened to Brown? Burnt Fry goes for the slingshot round the outside. He's run himself wide though. Oh, what are you doing? Come on, get back on. Let me go to Fat Pickles Bro, who's now got himself back up into 3rd after that attack from Burnt Fry running himself wide. Jambu getting himself through as well. Tabron getting through, so that pushes Burnt Fry down to 6th, possibly 7th. Ben Cosgrove having a go. Ben Cosgrove on those medium tyres. So I can see it here, but Ben Cosgrove going for that position. Does, gets himself up into, oh, 6. Burnfry comes back at him. He's just had to back out of that one though, getting a couple of wheels on the grass. Would have cost him. GT Delhi B, so slowly closing that gap back up as well. 4 seconds the gap. And as mentioned, there's a bit of a gap back to CRT Milliman, not so much now, 2.2 seconds to GT Delhi B. Another big gap back to Superfast Bob, 3.5 seconds in 10th. He's under a bit of pressure from Dangly Balls. Diablo not that far back either in 12th. Herzl 13th. Philo struggling, he's on the hards, he's got damage as well, all the way down in 14th at the minute. Nearly 30 seconds off race leader. This is not the usual Philo. G-Marge, another 27 seconds back. So struggling a bit then, G-Marge. He's already been in the pits, got some racing mediums on now. So back up with Potomac Potts, race leader. He's lost a bit of that lead, 1.7 seconds. Surfer Ev has closed that down on him. Fat Picklesbro still holding third. What a drive this is on those hards. But he's probably going to lose that position. He's got C73 Tabron all over his rear end. He's on a set of softs. They are a little bit worn out. So he can move down the inside. Side by side through there. Can Fat Picklesbro hold it? Tabron has just got the advantage through this turn. Fat Picklesbro doing an amazing job holding on to these high positions on those hard tyres, especially against drivers like Tabron on the soft tyre, Potomac Potts and Surfer Ev in front on mediums. Yes, he's got breathing room behind, 1.3 seconds as well. So 10.5 minutes into this one. Jamu 5th, Fry 6th. 0.3 of a second between these two as well. Delhi B has closed that gap back up. What's happened to Ben Cosgrove? Ah, he's picked up damage. He's picked up damage somewhere. He's now behind CRT Milliman. So all the hard work. He's lost it all. Down in 9th at the minute for Ben Cosgrove. CRT Milliman in 8th. Dangly Balls 10th. Just to the next little pack as well. Super Fast Bobby 11th. Diablo closed up on him in 12th. Herzl also bolted onto the back end of these two. Yeah, Philo's struggling tonight. Looks like he's going to wait to pit before to get tyres before he gets that damage repaired as well. That's probably cost him a little bit of time up the Kemmel Straight. G-Marge actually closing the gap up on him. So Potomac Pot, what have you done? 3.8 second lead. So, all coming together for Potter at the minute. Surfer Ev, closest rival, lost a bit of time. Tabron now 2.6 seconds back from him. Tabron actually pulling time over Fat Picklesbro as well. Still 1.4 seconds over Burnfry. Is Burnfry going to get this position done? Is Jambu going to hold on to it? Does. I'll try again then, Burnfry. BMW versus Lexus at the minute. Have got a GT Delhi B and a Subaru behind as well. He's only half a second back. So nothing in it between these three. Worn out sets of mediums on board for Burnfry. Closing the gap up on Jambu though. Jambu going defensive. really Burnt Fry can go through here. Almost pushing Jambu around the circuit. So, will he get a good run on him down to Blanchimont? Yes, he will. So Jambu just getting it a little bit wrong through there. That's cost him a position, and he's got all sorts of pressure from behind as well. He's got a GT Delhi B bearing down on him as well. He's coming back at Burnt Fry down here though, gaining on the slipstream. Burnt Fry's going to chuck himself over to this right hand side of the track though, left as it is on screen. Goes defensive. It's going to make Burnt Fry try and run around the outside. That's going to give GT Delhi B a bit of a run. So now Jambu is under threat for that 6th position from GT Delhi B. We're still on board with CRT Burnt Fry as we look at the battle developing behind. Lexus, BMW versus Lexus versus Subaru at the minute. Got CRT Millerman just in the background in the Mercedes. So nowhere for Jambu to go through here. Got to keep it clean. Oh, it's not too clean through there for Jambu. So close up now, picks up a penalty for that off-track action. GT Delhi B is going to close up on him as well. He drops his penalty there. GT Delhi B though, he's going to make a run on Burnt Fry. Tries to drive it around the outside. And he does so. Great move by GT Delhi B. Gets himself up into 5th. So 2 positions there for GT Delhi B. A lot of wear on those mediums for Burnt Fry now. He's having to go back at Delhi, but Delhi's got the advantage down the inside. So still in a train, these 3. Delhi B. No, not a danger yet. Burnt Fry though is. Oh, he may have just caught GT Delhi B. I haven't got replays. And now Delhi B. I'm not sure if Delhi B just got that all wrong on his own. Now he's got to wait for all these drivers to come funneling through before he can start making a move back on track. Oh, what a disaster for GT Delhi B. So we'll just flick back up to race leader. Now 4.6 seconds up the road on those medium tyres. Still got a quarter of a tank of fuel on board as well. Surfer Ev must be wondering what's happening, although he's still got a little bit of fuel on. He is under pressure from Tabron now. He's on those worn out softs. So when are we going to see the front runners come in? Tabron comes in now. He's got to drop those softs. Pot then stays out. Surfer Ev stays out. Fat Pickles Bro stays out. Jambu stays out. Millerman stays out. Ben Cosgrove stays out. So this is just all helping Potter McPot out. He's now 5.5 second lead over Surfer Ev. Surfer Ev obviously having to concentrate a little bit on Tabron behind. Cost him a few tenths to Potter McPot. Clean as well. We're going to see Potter in before he runs out of fuel. I would expect him to run that until it's dry, but I could be wrong. He's still pulling time over 2nd place, so he's got no physical need to come in at the minute. Tabron, who was closing up on him, has now only got the mediums and the hards to play with. So although he was closing up on these drivers in front, he's now on the lesser advantage set of tyres compared to these 2. They've got a medium and a soft left. Sorry, a hard and a soft, which they won't keep the hard on for very long. Losing a bit of time there, Potter. Sorry people, rolling a smoke, you know what it's like. I've only got 2 hands. So 5.4 seconds of the gap. He stays out again for Potter McPot. Surfer Ev also stays out on the medium tyre. So also quite confident then, still holding a bit of a gap from Fat Picklesbro on those hards. I'd have been tempted to lob those off a few laps ago actually, but Fat Picklesbro obviously quite liking them. Just loses a couple of tenths to Surfer Ev there. He's got CRT Millerman just under 5 seconds back. Pulls that gap back though. Jambu now up into 5th, again yet to stop on the mediums, a little bit of wear on his. Tabron out on the mediums now in 6th, now 25 seconds off of race leader Potter. Burprice 7th, again yet to stop. And catching the wall, that's not going to help your mission for positions there, Burprice. So Dangley Ball 8th, he has been in. Fresh set of racing softs on board for Dangley. And Cosgrove also been in, he's gone for the hards for his next stint. Herzl on the mediums, he's been in a lap or 2 ago. Super Fast Bobby has gone for the mediums as well. Philo on a set of mediums, he's right on the back end of the other Renault as well, so Super Fast Bobby and Philo both in the Renault. Lambo 13th, he's come out on the mediums as well. GT Deli B's been in, and he's come back out on a set of hards. A little bit of a penalty he's got to drop. Yes, I'm sure GT Deli B won't be happy with that first stint, sticking it in the wall. G Marge, so he's on the hards for his second stint as well. So back up front with Potter McPot, pulled that time back 5.8 seconds. 6 seconds. Blam, there it is. So Surfer Ev must be starting to struggle a little bit. So Potter, so he comes in this lap. He does run the car out of fuel. We should see Surfer F's going to go for another one. Okay. See how that plays out. Fat Picklesbro also staying out on the hard tyre. Millerman Jambu in the pits. There's Tabron just coming through pit entrance there. Expect Potter McPot. Is he going to get out? Yes, Potter just comes out of the pits there in 3rd. I thought that was a car spinning around, but it wasn't. It was Potter coming around the corner in the pit lane. So Surfer Ev stopped out. He now holds race lead, 3.4 seconds from Fat Picklesbro. They'll be in at the end of this lap, looking at the fuel. Fat Picklesbro still got a fair old chunk on board actually on the hards. So he's got Potter McPot 11.5 seconds back. Potter's got Tabron 1.9 seconds back. So can he fend off Tabron? Get himself back up towards Fat Picklesbro and Surfer Ev. That shouldn't be too bad for him. Both those drivers out on warm tyres. He was pulling time from them before. Surfer Ev and Fat Picklesbro in this lap. That should release Potter into race lead. So Surfer Ev better come in. It's going to be, takes it a bit deep through the chicane. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Fat Picklesbro follows him in, so yeah, he does close up half a second through that little mistake on Surfer Ev. So Potter McPot then through that final chicane. He's got to come back in the pits though. He's taken on the wrong tyres. He's taken a set of mediums. It should have been a set of hards probably. So Tim Bron now takes race lead. Ball comes through to take second, but Potter only coming in for tyres, now being released. He might retain that second. He does, but that's fluffed up his race strategy. He's come out of the pits with a set of mediums on, and should have come out with a set of hards on, so he's had to come in the pits straight away and change that. And that's now cost him race lead. 6 seconds down from Tabron in front. So a bit of work for Potter to do now. He is holding that second, but he is under threat from Surfer Ev now in third. Surfer Ev's on the soft tyre as well, so Potter has got his work cut out for him now. Surfer Ev also on an out lap. Wondering how Potter McPot's ended up in front of him. Gap down to half a second between these two. Let's go on board with Potter looking back at Surfer Ev closing in. 0.4 of a second. Just able to take those turns a lot quicker, a lot tighter than Potter. Those hard tyres just got a little bit of drift on them. Nowhere for Surfer Ev to go through here. He might get a bit of a run down towards Blanchimont. Side by side, Potter has got the line through the turn. Surfer Ev just carrying a little bit more speed. Tiny bit of contact, but Surfer Ev getting through then to take that second position. So can Potter hold on to third? He's trying to have a go back at Surfer Ev. It's not a bad attempt. Get a good run down the hill though, but Surfer Ev on those soft tyres, I think he's just going to have the drive. Potter might be able to sling one up the inside at the end of the Kemmel. Does just lose a bit of time to Surfer there. Starts to close back into that slipstream. Surfer chucks himself over to the left hand side of the track. On the brakes for Potter, unable to get that one done. Dagley Ball's only 1.1 seconds back. He's also out of a set of soft tyres as well. A bit worn out, but still probably running a bit faster than Potter's. Fat Pickles Bro, so he's on the medium tyre now. He's got the soft tyre to run at the end of his race. Did a really good job on the hards. Came in fourth. Jambu hot on his tail for 6. He's also out on hard tyre for his second stint. Ben Cosgrove 7th, racing hards for him. Millerman on the hards as well in 8th. Philo on a walnut set of mediums in 9th. Purcell, a little bit of a penalty, he's in 10th. Medium tyres for him. Bob on half decent set of mediums, but lost a bit of time. Have you been in the pits when I wasn't looking, Bob? No, I think you've just struggled. A couple of 218s on the board there. So Diablo 12th. Another all 218s, okay. Oh, Burn Fry, almost getting it wrong. So he's 2.4 seconds back from Diablo. GT Delhi B, he's on the hard tyre, 14th position for him, 12.2 seconds back. A little bit of a tank slapper coming out of the final turn of the chicane, the final turn. Stuck it in the wall on the start-finish straight, unfortunately. So lost a few positions. And Chief Marge in 15th. Still 24 seconds back from Delhi B on a fresh set of racing hards though. So Tabron out front pulls a little bit more time from Surfer. 6.5 seconds now. Dangly Ball has got himself past Potter. Yeah, those softer tyres definitely working better. Potter though looking to come back. He's just got a break earlier than Dangly Balls though. Allowing Dangly Ball to keep that position. But Potter McPot does have his set of softs to run at the end of this race. Whereas a lot of these drivers will be on the medium and the hard tyre, so we'll see. Could all come back to him. He has made a great big boo-boo though, putting the mediums on instead of the hard, so he's had to come straight back in the pits. So Tabron's mediums starting to get a little bit of wear on, and he's only got the hard tyre left at the end. Lost a couple of tenths to Surfer Ev. That's gap coming down. Surfer Ev on the softs, so he's now only got the hard tyre to run at the end as well. And the same for Dangly Ball, only the hard tyre left for him to run. Potter McPot on the other hand with the soft tyre left. Fat Pickles Bro, he's got the hard tyres left. Oh sorry, he's got the soft tyres left at the end as well. He had the hards on for his first stint. Jambu, I forget what you had on the hards now. We've got the mediums left. This one, Terence. Or is there another Dan? I don't know them by their real names. I know them by gaming tags. Right, so Tabron losing a position. Surfer Ev getting himself through. What happened there? I was looking at the chat. Blaming you for that, Terence. Tabron then coming under all sorts of pressure from Dangly Ball. Some worn out racing softs versus worn out racing mediums here. Dangly Ball just going for the outbraking. He's got that position made. No, he hasn't. Potter McPot all the time is hanging on to the back of these two. As well, slowly closing up on those mediums. He's only 2.8 seconds back. Jambu picked himself a big chunk of penalty there, 0.5 seconds, almost out of fuel as well, so I'd expect to see him in at the end of this lap if he makes it. Got himself up into 7th. He's got to try and make it to the end of this lap as well. Hardly any fuel on board for him. Millerman in 8th. Plenty of fuel on for Millerman. Herzl will be in at the end of this lap as well for his final stop. Superfast Bob in 10th has got a couple of laps left in that tank. Diablo as well. Plenty of fuel on board. Open quarter of a tank for him. Same for Burnt Fry. Ben Cosgrove then in fresh racing softs for him, full tank. Delhi B, he's also out, full tank, fresh set of racing softs. G Marge still on the hards, just under a quarter of a tank. Right, Surfer Ev, race leader on the soft tyre. He's got a hard set left. He's got a 7-second lead over second place Potter McPot. So Tabron coming in the pits. Fat Pickles Bro taking 3rd. So as mentioned, also got the soft tyre left to play with at the end. So it'll be a good punch-up between Potomac Potts and Fat Picklesborough, I think, for the race win tonight. Still on about Dangly Balls livery, are we? Not getting much of a chance to see it at this circuit. There it is. Yes, it does look good. Oh, super fast Bob, where were you going? Struggle on those mediums. Expect to see him in. Yeah, he's out of fuel as well. Right, so Surfer Ev has pulled a bit more time over Potter. Again, he's on those soft tyre though versus Potter's hards. Fat Picklesborough's closed that gap up as well, 1.1 seconds. When is Potter going to make his pit? Is it going to be this lap? Is he going to run it till it's empty of fuel again? Let's see, still losing a few thousandths to Surfer Ev in front. Picklesborough, the gap down to less than a second. BMW running well tonight. Potomac Pot just getting a little bit squirrely on the brakes. He stops out. Fat Picklesborough follows him through. Surfer Ev stopping out as well. So Potter getting a good drive out of La Source, or yeah, not bad. Fat Picklesborough must have made a tiny little mistake through there. Just over half a second to Potter now as they hit the Kemmel. Just giving Potter a chance to hold on to that second position. If Fat Picklesborough was any closer as they came around La Source, then Potter would have lost that second position. So he's got a chance to try and drive away, but Fat Picklesborough on those mediums. He's got half a tank as well, so he's going to spend less time in the pits when he comes in for his fuel compared to Potter. Yes, both will be on the soft tyre. Surfer Ev then now 9.3 seconds up front on his set of softs. Again, only the hards left of him though at the end. He'll try and squeak out as much as possible from those softs, especially while he's pulling time over Potter and Fat Pickles. It's not Fat Pickles, it's Fat Picklesborough. It's not actually Fat Pickles. We don't know who Fat Pickles is. Just know that this man is his bro. So CRT Millerman holding fourth. Dangling Balls closing up. What is he? 1.2 seconds back. 1.1. Fry a long way back in sixth. Still out on that hard set. Diablo 7th, Tabron now 8th. Just a hard for Tabron. And Cosgrove on the soft tyre, 9th at the minute. He's got a couple of drivers in front to attack. Alright, Potter's in now then. TNR Philo in 10th. Jambu closing up on him. So Jambu on the soft tyre. What's Philo on? Philo's also on the soft. So could be a good battle here. Jambu closing up on him though as they head down towards this final turn. Thought about slinging one up the inside, but TNR Philo fully aware of that. Diablo in the pits now for his final stop as well. Burn Fry and CRT Millerman also stop. So Surfer Ev, he's still got to take his final stop on the hards. He's now got 11 seconds from Fat Pickles Bro. Again, Fat Pickles Bro's got to take his final stop. And he's now got 18 seconds over Potter. Potter's running to the end now. Just over half a tank. And a fresh set of racing softs on board for him. So he's just in front of Dangly Balls, Dangly on the mediums. Exactly the same amount of fuel. So Ben Cosgrove has got himself up into 5th. So yeah, running to the end on those softs, and he'll be a little bit worn out by the time he hits the line. Tabron now out on the hards. So running to the end on that setup. Jambu again. He's got himself past Philo. Philo's coming back at him though. His nose up the inside. So gets the job done there, Philo. Whether he holds on to it for the next few corners, we'll wait and see. Just pulls a bit of a gap from Jambu there. And more time. Jambu struggling through those turns in the Lexus. So he's pulled 0.7 of a second gap between himself and Jambu after that little overtake. He's got 1.4 seconds in front to Tabron. Still putting a little time over Jambu behind. Let's get ourselves back up to front man. It's starting to get a bit. So Surfer Ev is 23 seconds down. Fat Pickles Bro out the pits now, racing softs. Potomac Pot now 3 seconds down in 3rd. Can he close the gap up? He's got a 10th there on Fat Pickles. Back and check up on that. He's pulled a little bit more time over Dangly Ball. So Dangly on the slightly slower medium tyre. Cosgrove 5th. He's got a bit of breathing room either side. 10 seconds in front, 3 seconds back to TNR Philo. Philo having a go at Tabron now. He's got himself past Jambu, not happy with that. He's taken another position, so Tabron then pushed down to 7th. Just got to be a little bit careful of the attacks from Jambu as well. Although his soft tyres are starting to look a little bit beaten up. CRT Millerman under threat from Purcell for that 9th position. Is he going to sling one up the inside? Ooh, Brave nearly took the pair of them out as he slung himself across. So Millerman holds 9th, Purcell 10th. I'm going to see a move here. No, we're not from Purcell. So past Bobby 11th, but he's got a burn fry bolted to his rear end. Just backs off a little bit through there, burn fry. Oh no, just takes the time to line actually. Super fast Bob running slightly wide, burn fry getting through to 11th. So similar strategy, a little bit more fuel on board for burn fry. Slightly more worn out tyres for Bob. Surfer Ev in the pits then for his final stint. Fat Pickles Bro coming through to take race lead. Potomac Potts. Oliver and then flip to Potomac Potts. Okay, so he's still in 3rd. Let's just see what the time is. He's closed the gap up a little bit on Fat Pickles Bro. The gap down to 2.5 seconds. Gap to Surfer Ev in front from Fat Pickles though is 7.6 seconds. 7.5 minutes left of this race. So only 3 laps. Can they do it? There's Surfer Ev up the road. But he is on those hard tyres. 7.4 seconds the gap. 10ths are getting chomped out of that time of Surfer Ev's. Fat Gr3, losing a tenth again, a couple of tenths to Potter, so Potter slowly closing up. As it all comes together for him. Dangling ball then fourth, 4.3 seconds back now. Again, comfortably fourth. So he's got another 9 seconds back to Ben Cosgrove. Ben's had that time chopped out a little bit by Philo. He's looking to move up the grid, the positions before the end of this race. So Jambu's 7th. What has happened to Tabron? Has he come in the pits? Has he just lost some positions? CRT Millerman in 8th. Purcell 9th. Another penalty for Purcell. Tabron maybe struggling on those hard tyres. So Bert Fryer 11th after getting past Super Fast Bob. Pulled a massive gap on him as well, 2.4 seconds. Super Fast Bob actually under threat for that 12th position from GT Delhi B. GT Delhi B is under a little bit of threat from Diablo. So kicking off at the back of the pack as well. G Marge unfortunately has had a very lonely race. He's now 41 seconds back from Diablo. So Surfer Ev still leading, 5 seconds. Fat Pickles Bro second. Potter taking another couple of tenths out of Fat Pickles' time. So third place man is only 7.2 seconds back from race leader. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. 2:15.0 there for Potter. Fastest lap of the race so far. Tenths over Fat Pickles Bro. Fat Pickles Bro chopping as much of that circuit off as possible. Just looking at that time of Surfer Ev slowly coming down. 4.3 seconds the gap. 4.2, 4.1, 4. He can see it as well. Gap between himself and Potter. Both of them still closing up on Surfer Ev in front. Dangly ball again, still comfortable in 4th. Let me flick back to that punch up at the back. Where was it? GT Delhi B, Super Fast Bob, and Diablo. GT Delhi B has got himself past Super Fast Bob. Can Diablo do the same thing? Worn out softs for Bob. A lot better sets on board for Diablo. What's GT Delhi B running? Yeah, so he was on the softs as well. A worn out set, but he's managed to make them work. Got himself past Super Fast Bob. Diablo then looking dangerous. Can he make a move down towards Blanchimont? Or has he got to wait till the Camel? Ooh, keep it on track, Diablo. Still rolling around. It's a nice livery. He's got his hazards on for us as well. Thank you. Flash of the lights. You may even see him drifting around the last lap. He's not bad at drifting that thing. Right. 3 minutes left on the clock. Surfer Ev still holding the lead. Only just 2.9 seconds back to Fat Pickles Bro. Potter McPot, unfortunately, is losing time now to Fat Pickles, 2.5 seconds. So it might be on for him to catch up to Surfer Ev though. He's obviously putting in faster lap times. The gap now at 5.6 seconds between himself and race leader. It was 7.5 last time we checked. So yeah, he's still closing up on the race leader. Fat Pickles Bro is going to be the first contender for that top spot. 2 seconds, visibly closer. Surfer Ev will be getting a good view of that BMW in his mirrors. Yes, Potter McPot losing another couple of tenths now. Those worn out softs, worn-ish. Softs. Just causing him to struggle a little bit. Not out of the fight yet. So they've got a lap left. Surfer Ev still leads 1.2 seconds. There's nothing in it between himself and Fat Pickles. Fat Pickles looks like he's just going to close up on Surfer Ev at the right time. Pretty much just as they get down to La Source. JRC giving the shouts out to Ev. Yeah, one more lap, that's all you've got. Can you fend off a pretty quick Fat Pickles bro? Got 2 minutes 15. Pot, the gap's still at 2.7. It's going to be a very tall order for Potter to make this work now to move up any more positions. Philo though has got himself up into 5th, got himself past Ben Cosgrove. His racing softs looking very worn out, as are Ben Cosgrove's. Jambu 7th, also on a worn out set of softs. Millerman 8th. Herzl 9th, got himself past Burnfry. Tamron 11th. Superfast Bob, Diablo and GT Delhi V. What's happened to GT Delhi? So Diablo's up into the Superfast Bob in 12th. Diablo 13th, Delhi in 14th, G-Marge 15th. Maybe GT Delhi B just doing the same thing again, spinning those rears up. Right, this is it then, final lap. The counter has ticked over. We are over the 50 minutes. On board with Fat Pickles bro as he's looking to make this work on Surfer Ev. To go for Fat Pickles through here. Pot is closing that gap back up. So the run now down to Blanchimont. Can Surfer Ev defend this one? I don't think he can. Fat Pickles bro then. Just got the inside line into this next turn. Surfer Ev still holding his own. Kept the line through there. He's going to go massively defensive into this final turn. Oh, he's gone a bit deep. He's gone a bit deep. That's allowed Fat Pickles through. Fat Pickles is going to take the race win right on the final turn. Surfer Ev, unfortunate. Oh, Surfer. Oh, Surfer. But Fat Pickles taking race win then. Handed to him in the very final turn. Surfer Ev 2nd, Pot coming across the line sideways for 3rd, Dangly Balls 4th. Philo comes home 5th in the end, good result for him. 6th for Ben Cosgrove. Jambu going to come home in 7th. CRT Millerman 8th, Burnfry 9th. Tamron 10th. So Diablo actually getting himself up into 11th in front of Superfast Bob in 12th and GT Delhi B in 13th. Purcell's going to come home 14th, and unfortunately we're not going to see G-Marge doing some driftathoning round because he's already crossed the line. Oh, me too, Ben, me too. What a shame, right at the very end. Right at the very end. What? Potter? Oh, Potter. Ah, Potter. Ah, right. See what you're saying. Spell it right, Duco. I know you're foreign and everything, but come on. So another good round of the Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League, hosted by MRC. Yeah, some good racing in that one. All coming to a bit of a climax at the end. Right, what have I got coming up? Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, the final round of the Beatles. We're at Special Stage X. Catch Up is on strong, Slipstream is on strong, chaos and mayhem probably is going to occur, and it's going to be one of those races where I can't keep up with the amount of overtakes. I think that's what's going to happen. So that's tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. Sunday night, we've got the Mazda Muddy 5 Cup at 8 o'clock. That's the Tanso Racing Group. No Super Formulas now. That race is finished. P1 boys will set up a new league in the new year. Monday, we've got the Minis, 8:30 with Tanso Racing Group again. That's the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Always good racing in that one. Tuesday at 8:10, we've got the Next Gen Racing's Lamborghini League as well. I will catch up with this week's round that I couldn't stream last night before next week's round. Don't worry, I will catch up with it. If you fancy helping my channel out, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/darksmoka and donate if you so wish. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you've watched. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. Most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Darksmoka. I'm out of here.